Hey guys, this is Tech Plus back to you guys with another video. Sorry that I have not been able to upload for a very long time. It's been a rather busy 6 months for me and I'll now be getting back into making videos. So in this video, I have prepared a very solid $800 gaming PC featuring a solid Core i5 Haswell processor alongside an AMD R9 390 graphics card. This gaming PC will be able to give the user a very solid and enjoyable gaming experience, enabling the game to destroy the newest games at 1080p and most at 1440p. The performance of this PC will in fact be able to match that of the previous $1,000 gaming PC build video I have done. Link to that in the description below. So without further ado, let's dive straight into the build. Starting off with the CPU, I have chosen the Intel Core i5 4590. Like all other desktop grade Core i5 processors, this is a quad-core processor without hyperthreading. It's a very solid Core i5 processor clocked at 3.3 GHz, which can turbo up to 3.7 GHz. Being based off the Intel Haswell architecture, it is primed for gaming. Although it is not a K-series unlocked processor like the i5 4690K, nor is it a processor of the newest Intel Skylake lineup, having 4 solid cores and a clock speed of 3.3 GHz makes it an excellent processor for gaming and other uses, and in general a very good processor for this PC. Onto the motherboard aspect of this build, I've chosen the Gigabyte GA-H97N-D3H Micro ATX motherboard. The motherboard is a Micro ATX form factor motherboard with an LGA 1150 CPU socket, meaning that a processor is compatible with this motherboard, and having 4 RAM slots which can support up to 32GB of RAM means that we have plenty of upgradability options for memory. The motherboard is based off the Intel H97 chipset, and while it is not designed for CPU overclocking like the Intel Zen97 chipset, since the processor we have chosen is not overclockable, that will not be much of a problem. Not to say that an H97 chipset motherboard is still a very solid motherboard. Likewise, this motherboard will still come with plenty of features with it, such as 6 SATA 3 ports and AMD Crossfire support, not to mention the great price tag of $85 US. For the memory, I've chosen 8GB of Crucial Ballistic Sports memory, 2 4GB sticks at DDR3 1600 MHz. The release of games with better graphics results in the required amount of system memory increasing. 8GB of RAM is becoming an essential feature for most, if not all gaming PCs nowadays, and it is still the sweet spot for an $800 gaming PC. If you do want to run games in the future which require more than 8GB of memory, the chosen motherboard, having 4 RAM slots, allows you to add another 8GB memory kit, tallying you up to 16GB of memory. The RAM is clocked at 1600 MHz and has a cache latency of 9. RAM frequency does not significantly affect your in-game experience, and therefore 1600 MHz memory will do just fine. In general, this RAM set will be enough for your gaming PC, and definitely will be all you need for now, especially at a PC for this price range. Moving on to storage, I went for the Western Digital Caviar Blue 1TB hard drive. This is a widely popular drive amongst gamers due to its stability, reliability, and large capacity of storage for a reasonably cheap price of $50 US. It runs at 7200 RPM and has 64 MB of cache, and due to the significant increase in game sizes, 1TB of storage is becoming more and more necessary for most gaming PCs, and this PC is no different. Moreover, Western Digital makes some of the best hard drives out on the market, and the same can be said for this Caviar Blue 1TB. Now for the key part of the build, the graphics card. I've chosen the XFX Radeon R9 390 Double Dissipation Video Card. The R9 390 is an excellent graphics card which in fact is geared more towards 1440p gaming, which can guarantee that you can smash all games at 1080p at most in 1440p with good settings and frame rates. The raw performance of this graphics card is better than that of the GTX 970 by Nvidia and should perform better than the 970 in most games, with the exception of games which are Nvidia optimized, where Nvidia cards will perform better than AMD cards due to driver and optimization issues. Nonetheless, the R9 390 is an outstanding graphics card which should beat the 970 in most occasions, not to mention that it has 8GB of video memory, or VRAM for short, with a 512-bit memory interface which is very fast and efficient. This is double the capacity of memory of the 970, and not to mention that the speed or bandwidth of the memory is around 1.5 times faster. From my personal opinion, if you're looking to play games from 1080p to 1440p at high settings with solid frame rates, the R9 390 is one of the best, if not is the best price to performance card on the market, often being cheaper yet better than the GTX 970. The XFX Double Dissipation Cooler on this card keeps the card reasonably cool and silent and gives you more headroom to manually overclock this card, giving you an improvement in performance. Moving on to the case. The case choice can differ based on your personal opinions and preference. However, for this build, I have chosen a solid case which provides fluent airflow, multiple cooling options, and at the same time is able to easily house all our components. The case is the Corsair 200R. This case was featured in my previous $1,000 gaming PC, and for those of you guys who have seen my previous video, you guys know I favor this case a lot. And for around a price tag of $55 US, you're getting a brilliant case. Both the exterior and interior design of the case is clean and simple, and the case also has some room for cable management. To wrap up this build, for the power supply I've chosen the EVGA Supernova 750 80+ gold rated power supply. Yes, for this $800 gaming PC build, I'm going for an 80+ gold rated power supply, giving you around 90% power efficiency. This is an excellent fully modular power supply with 750 watts of wattage or capacity, and as I mentioned here before, it is 80+ gold certified. 750 watts itself is plentiful for the system, and although I personally would not crossfire an R9 390, you can if you want to. EVGA makes some of the best power supplies on the market, and the same can be applied for this EVGA Supernova 750, which is available at a cheap price of $70 to $75 US, an absolute steal for an 80+ gold rated power supply. So that pretty much sums up this very powerful $800 gaming PC build. The user of this PC will be able to enjoy exceptional game performance at both 1080p and 1440p resolutions. I have a PC part picker link on this build down below in the description. Click the like button if you like this video, click the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this on this channel, and feel free to leave a comment down below about your own opinions on this PC. Also, if you want to check out gameplay videos of games like Starcraft 2, Garry's Mod, Minecraft and The Sims, be sure to check out Crazymanilp's channel, link down in the description below. Once again, sorry for the very late upload, and as always, thanks for watching and I hope to see you next time.